My brother is fighting there, my dear, what can I say? The third company is already sending them to the minefields, and he can't stand it anymore. He writes, well, how many of us can be killed? Already, he says, I am in the third company of the company. Already 3 companies are in the position, but he is already going crazy. And then suddenly I look at their commander, the units in which he fights in Kiev, in the administration, in the president's office. Photos reward him with medals. I am pleased that this young guy is cute. In Kiev he receives an order. So I want to tell him that yesterday he had half a unit in his position. Let him go to war with a new order. Dear sir, good afternoon. I haven't slept for a long time. I'm a little tired, so I apologize if I talk for a long time and the pauses will be longer than words. It's not easy to formulate thoughts without mothers in this situation. As much as possible, it's not easy. A lot of dirt borne by the Russians falls on our brigade. A lot. But God is with them, with the Russians, all the Russians, Ukrainians. It's scary that the Ukrainians believe in this sword. Spread it, discuss it, spread it all over. It's scary.
Дуже багато. Але Бог з ними, з росіянами. Росіян ми всі українці. Ось це страшно. Страшно, що українці в цю маячню вірять. Розповсюджують, обговорюють, розносять скрізь. Ось це страшно.
If these people realized how much damage they bring to these actions, with a banal comment, like if they realized this, it would be very scary for them. But, unfortunately, this will never happen, this realization. In this video, it has already begun to be shared on various resources. There are thousands of views, hundreds of comments, thousands of likes.
Його там почали вже шерити по різним ресурсам. Там тисячі переглядів, сотні коментарів, тисячі лайків.
Despite the fact that this video is just a magic concentrate, this is the apotheosis of the most stupid thing I have heard about the brigade lately.
Найбільш тупого, що я чув про бригаду останнім часом.
At some point, let's move on. I would like to answer these questions so that they are no longer raised in principle. He says there that one of our company has already gone through 3 iterations, and 2 iterations of this company were destroyed before that. So if it were true, all the military units already had orders to complete us with people.
І 2 ітерації цієї роти перед цим були знищені. Так от, якби це було правдою, по усім військкоматам вже було б розпорядження про доукомплектування нас людьми.
According to all the reserve battalions, our representatives would already be running for orders and recruiting people to our brigade if we had such losses, but this does not exist. I will tell you more. If you come to the battalion, even from a distance from our military unit, you will not be able to just take and join our military unit, because they do not have orders to complete us with people.
Взяти і призватися в нашу військову частину, бо в них немає розпорядження, наказу щодо укомплектування нас людьми. Немає.
How many of us can be killed?
О, цитата. Власне,
It is forbidden to name the numbers according to losses, but I was allowed to name the percentage.
Але мені дозволили назвати відсоток.
If all our dead in more than a month of combat action, more than a month of daily assaults, all the dead are added to the missing.
Більш ніж місяць бойових дій, більш ніж місяць щоденних штурмів от всіх загиблих додати до зниклих безвісти.
If we now count all the missing as already dead, then I will not try to manipulate the numbers, but we will take all the missing and write them in the dead.
Намагатись маніпулювати цифрами. А ми беремо усіх зниклих безвісти І вже зараз записуємо їх у загиблих.
And we add to those who really died, whose death is confirmed during combat actions, so this figure is less than 2%.
Смерть є підтвердженою під час бойових дій. Так от ця цифра складе менше 2%.
Less than 2% in more than a month of assaults, daily assaults.
Більш ніж місяць штурмових дій. Щоденних штурмових.
For comparison, at the time of the operation, we counted 14% of losses per day.
Нам на час виконання нами операції прораховували 14% втрати. 14% в день.
And in us less than 2% per month. In our brigade, they take care of people.
За місяць в нашій бригаді бережуть людей.
This is a fact confirmed by numbers, not just verbal statements. All these things are now secret. It is forbidden to talk about them. This time will pass, and then you can check my words.
Зараз є секретними, про них заборонено говорити. Цей час мине. І потім
In these 14%, obviously, the wounded were also counted as losses, but even if we now count all the wounded, then such a percentage will not even run for a month.
Але у нас навіть якщо зараз і всіх поранених порахувати, то такого відсотку у нас
This is despite the fact that a significant part of our wounded are concussions, that is, these are injuries after which people, after a short period of treatment, return to the line.
частина наших поранених – це контузії. Тобто це травми, після яких люди після недовгого терміну лікування повертаються назад в стрій.
In a week or a week and a half, we will announce the recruitment of people, but now it will be only filling out the questionnaire.
Оголосимо. Але
We will only select people for key positions according to the questionnaire, because although they are small, they are still losses, unfortunately.
посадам, бо хоч невеликі, але втрати вони все-таки є, на жаль.
Unfortunately. There are no assaults without losses, unfortunately. Such are the realities of war. Such are the realities of our work. In a week or a week and a half, we will start the recruitment. But again, now it will be only filling out the questionnaire. Then we will select people. Then the process of transferring to us will begin, or the appointment to us. We will have to think about how to deal with these moments with the troops so that they still lower the order.
Обійти цей момент з військкоматами, щоб все-таки спустили розпорядження.
But all this only confirms the lie of this video, the words in this video.
Що підтверджує брехню цього відео, слів у цьому відео.
Next, the commander of the unit. I am not the commander of the unit. I am the chief sergeant of the brigade. The commander of the military unit, a 4,699 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade Magura, SAC Alexander Alexandrovich, a man who protects people. Next, I went to be awarded with medals and medals. So for all the years of my service, including during the war, I have not received any state award.
За всі роки моєї служби, в тому числі під час війни, у мене немає жодної державної нагороди.
And it is not planned. I am not worried about these things. I do not understand why others are worried about these things.
Мене ці речі не хвилюють. Я не розумію, чому інших ці речі хвилюють.
I am also not worried about my military career. A little more than half a year ago, I was offered a promotion. I was even ordered to be put on the position of chief sergeant of one of the army groups.
Навіть наказ був готовий на те, щоб мене поставити на посаду головного сержанта одного із угрупувань військ.
I refused to stay in the brigade because I am not interested in a career like that. I am not interested in the military career. I am not interested in the political career. I am not interested in the accusations that have not even happened.
Мене не цікавить військова кар'єра. Мене не цікавить Причому тут взагалі політична кар'єра? Закиди, звинувачення в тому, чого ще навіть не відбулось.
Calm down, people, calm down.
Заспокойтеся, люди. Заспокойтеся.
We are all just doing our job.
Робимо свою роботу.
Do not pull the owl to the globe, but to do something.
Не натягуйте сову на глобус, аби тільки щось пред'явити.
Let's solve the problem as they appear. Next, I was put on the position of chief sergeant of one of the army groups.
Далі. По участі положили.
If there was not a half of the unit, believe me, everyone would have known about it a long time ago.
Не було, повірте, всі про це вже давним-давно б знали і метушились би.
I went to Kiev for one day on business. I went there to cooperate with the manufacturers of reconnaissance drones.
На один єдиний день по справам. Я туди поїхав. Налагодити взаємодію з виробниками розвідувальних дронів.
Then I went to the second meeting to discuss the act after our operation.
На нараду щодо АПД по нашій операції. І так
It so happened that on that day, in the context of these events at the general headquarters, I was invited to meet with the president for 15 minutes. The president, literally 2 days before that, came to us at the checkpoint where the headquarters of my brigade is located.
За 2 дні до цього до нас приїздив, до нас на ОКП, де знаходиться штаб моєї бригади. Він до нас приїздив.
That is, it is not just an event in a vacuum, it is a certain awareness of events that are absolutely logical, working events within the framework of work. It is not a weekend, it is not a vacation, it is 6 hours in one direction. There is a meeting, work 6 hours in the other direction, that's all.
Не відпустка. Це 6 годин в одну сторону. Там зустріч і робота, 6 годин в іншу сторону. Все.
My soldiers went on weekends, on vacations. In a year and a half, I did not have a day off, especially
Я
vacations.
за 1,5 роки не мав жодного вихідного. Жодної, тим більше відпустки.
I have not seen my mother for a year and a half. No matter where I was, no matter what I did, it was my job. It was within the boundaries of my job.
Що б я не робив, це моя робота. Це в межах, значить, моєї роботи.
When you go to war, uncle, I think it would be worth it for you to go to war. Maybe there you would be brainwashed.
З'їздити на війну, може там би тобі мозок вправили. Все, друзі.
All friends, have a nice evening. Think about what you eat.
Гарного вам вечора. Думайте над тим, що споживаєте.
Glory to Ukraine.